Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. He gets this one to Davis Price. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the interception, here's Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Browns. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
First carry for Nick Chubb.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Watson off play action.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson.
And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The Texans hit 5 and 10 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson now. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure,
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now Chubb running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson out to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. On 1st and 10, Watson.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Watson. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They run it again with Chubb.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 42.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Following the penalty, Chubb.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And again, it's Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 15-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. A give. This is Chubb. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
And they will take a knee here. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?